Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Fly with Nikita. Guys, those who don't know, I'm Nikita. I'm currently completing my graduation and wanted to become a cabin crew. Actually guys, I have gave a lot of, not lot, a few of interviews in airlines, which my first interview was in Indigo on 11th of the January, and in which I was rejected in the third round. It's okay. I was rejected in the third round, which it was virtual actually. So I was rejected in it. After that, in 27th of the February, I gave my interview in the Air India SATs, in which in the first round, in the first interview actually, I got selected in the Air India SATs, and unfortunately, I'm not going for the further process actually, because there were a lot of reasons for me. So I would tell you those reasons in the last end of the video. And if you guys not watched my interview experience with the Air India sites, go and watch. And by that, if you will get how the interview process are going, how you should answer, and how many rounds are there, everything, it will be definitely helpful to you. So go and watch it. So coming to this video, I have a lot of things to say you, those who really wanted to work in a India SATs, or you just wanted a job, so you're doing in the India SATs. So stay tuned, because I will going to say why I'm not joining in the end of the video actually. So now I'm saying that a lot of how the things will be going on will be goes in the India SATs after you got selected in the India SATs interview. The first thing was that they'll ask you for the DD. Definitely, they fixed a schedule. One day they'll fix, and after that they'll ask you to pay the DD and bring all the documents you have, like your passport, Aadhaar card, bank details, and your qualification. If you have 10+2, if you have graduation, if you are 10+, or if you have any experience in the past companies, like past airlines, you have to bring all the things with the DD. So after they collect all the DD and the certificates of you, they'll ask to they'll say that they'll call you for the training after a month, or after 15 days they'll call you for the interview. And in this process also, you have to do your PCC, which is police clearance certificate, and they'll guide you how to do it. And the other thing was that medical they'll provide. I asked them, will you provide, or we have to do by ourselves, or you will just suggest a hospital that we have to go ourselves and do the medicals. So I have cleared everything that they will provide. Like Indigo also provide its own. The candidate should not even pay a little money, nor a little bit of money on the medicals, the same way SATs does. But the only thing, they'll take the DD, which is 65,000, not 65, 64,900, and with the taxes of 100 rupees, it is going to be 65,000. And the thing was that DD was not refundable. Definitely, no matter what problems are going in your family, how your situation is, how even you left the company after a month, after 2 months, after even after you paid the DD, that money will not going to be refunded to you. That's, you should be keep in mind that was the only thing. And this is all the process. And in the training, so in the training, the training is around 30 days actually, yeah. but after that you are going to be a part of Indiasats, which, like, see, mine batch is going to be start of from April to May. After 30 days I was going to be the part of the Indiasats. From May I'll be in the airport and working with the Indiasats as an employee. And the other thing in that, if you don't like exams, if you don't like any stuff like viva exams or interview, you Indiasats is better for you, because in the Indiasats they only provide in training, that's it. No DGC exam and no vivas. In the Indigo, comparing to Indigo, in Indigo they'll have DGC exam at the last of the training. Definitely it will going to be 2 times they'll give the opportunity to you, 2 times or 3 times. I was not clarified out, but 2 times just consider. After that you'll also going to have a viva, yeah, but in the Indiasats you'll not going to have a DGC exam or nor a viva. So those who don't like exams, those who don't like giving viva again and interview again, you better go to the Air India SATs. And the duty timings are like how many hours we should work as an employee is like 8 to 9 hours. I was not clarity that I don't have a clarity that fixed 9 hours or 8 hours. I don't have that. Like, just compare 8 to 9 hours, that's it. I don't know that. And the other thing was only 30 minutes you going to have the break time. Within the 30 minutes do whatever you wanted to do. After that go for the work. That's all. That was the thing. I have 1 or 2 friends who worked in Indiasats, so I knew how the things are going to be. And salary thing is that if you are graduated, if you have a graduation and all the certificates you have and you are qualified, you like they are taking you on the basis of graduation, you will going to get like 22 to 23,000 rupees. That's it, not much. 22 to 23. I don't have a proof to show you but these words are definitely true, because I met a lot of girls and guys who well known about the SATs and well known about how the process going on. Because I was very new to the airport, because I didn't work there. I have went to see how the environment, but I didn't work there. But I have a lot of friends who worked in the airlines or Indiasats or DGs, like GMR, GGI. A few of friends I made. So by that I knew that like if you going on the graduation, you'll get 22 to 23,000 rupees per month. And if you are qualified on the basis of 10+2 without no experience, without no experience, nothing, and you are only qualified on the 10+2, you're going to have 20,000 per month in hand. I don't know the cuttings and everything stuff, because I was very new to that. And the other thing was the money will be credited. Yeah, it was very see, I am very curious about such stuffs, because I wanted to know everything. So when I was collecting all the information about all the salary and stuff, when the employee will get the salary, I came to know that they'll give the salary on the 5th day of every month. Yeah. Other thing was that what I forgot. Yeah. After your training is done, once you have done your training like 30 days, and after that they will allocate you for different airlines like Air India, Malaysia Airlines and Singapore Airlines, this kind of the airlines which are, they can't, it is like Air India sat it, like if they'll provide ground staff for the different airlines. That was that. And you'll, like, in the safest word I will say, like a labor. I'm sorry, I would not say in that word, but it kind of like that only. So these Air India sats will earn in a Malaysian, like, that if consider Singapore Airlines is there, they will give the money to the Air India sats in their money form. Like, I don't know what Singaporeans money is that, I don't know that, but they'll earn in the Singapore currency only. But when it comes to employee, we will earn in Indian rupees. So that was the thing. So after leave it all the stuff aside, so if you are trained for 30 days, after 30 days you will be allocated for different airlines which doesn't provide ground staff in the India. Like you, and again you will wear the only Air India SATS uniform, for both male and female. Air India SATS uniform only, but the ID card is going to be different. Like you'll wear ID card which says Singapore Airlines, and the other which says Air India, and other which says Malaysia. This all kind of, I don't know Malaysia, but Singapore is that. Singapore is one of the airline which uses Air India SATS employees. I know that. So this is what the thing. So those who really wanted to join, and make sure you have money. And make sure you will going to give that money in on the time they asked you in that. And the other thing was that when I was selected, I was selected in the 27th of the February, and they'll asked me to give submit the DD and certificate on the 30th of the March, but they again preponed it like 3 days before. Like on the 9th or 10th we have to submit our DD and certificates. So I don't know why they are like that much obsessed with the money, that much obsessed with the DD. So I didn't think I deserve the company, I don't think. So it is worth the kind. So here it comes, why I'm not joining Air India SATS. There were actually 3 reasons, and guys, I'm not motivating you. I'm just saying my own experience, my own struggles, and my own problems. So if you got selected in Air India SATS, go for it. When, if you have money only, arrange. If you don't have, arrange. If you can't arrange it, go for another interviews. So let's dig into the reasons why I'm not joining. The first and foremost thing is that I'm selected on the qualification of 10+2, not on graduation. You got it? I have studied for 4 years, and I'm about to complete my graduation within 2 months, and they asked me to join on the qualification of 10+2, not on the graduation. So it was quite disappointing for me, because see, it was not about the money, not about the CTC, not about anything, but about my qualification. I have studied 4 years, and you are not even considering it just for 2 months. So I don't think that's worth for me, worth for my qualification, worth for my communication. So that was the thing. That was the main thing. That was the main thing actually. And the second thing was the DD, which was quite disappointing for me, which is 65,000 actually. they actually asked 64,900 after cutting all the taxes. Like the SBI will definitely take you 100 rupees. After that, you'll definitely going to pay 65,000 rupees, definitely for sure. So it was quite disappointing. So I might be offered, but it's not worth for me. For me only, if you wanted to go, just go. If you wanted to arrange money, and go work in the airline, which is very good. I think I have a lot of friends, they suggest me to go, but the only thing they said that it's a DD. If you are not, if the DD is not problematic to you, then you can go. That was a thing they said to me, but DD is a problem to me definitely, so I'm quitting. The other main thing was that the now actually my training starts in April, this April. And the other thing was that my main exams, my 4 2 exams and the mids, everything all on in the April only. So it will be difficult, very difficult for me to manage the exams and the training. So on for the SATs, I don't want to miss my education, miss my exams. I don't want to feel, definitely not for. So these were the things I which are very personal. I'm not motivating anyone. I'll say in that's why I'm not motivating anyone. Go if you've gotten it, and there will be at least you'll get the experience certificate after you have done a lot of work there. You have worked in months. The other thing was that you should keep in mind that the employment bond is like, I asked the HR and I asked about the employment bond that they told me that 3 months of the employment bond you have to sign. But one of my friends said that you don't have to sign on the employment bond. If you wanted to get if you wanted to resign, you can resign early. That was the stuff he said to me. But when I asked the HR, they said that 3 years of employment bond you have to sign. So I don't think that quite good deal for me. So I was not interested to take the opportunity. So these are the things, guys. If you wanted to join the Air India SATs, if you got selected, there were a lot of people also contacted me. They actually wanted to work in the Air India SATs, and one I was I'm not stupid, but I'm the one who is not joining it. So these are the things. Keep in mind before you joining. Keep in mind how the process is going. But yeah, if you get a chance to give the interview in the Air India SATs, don't miss it. I have went in the same mood. I just wanted to go and give the interview. I don't even care whether I was selected, whether I was not selected, but I had an opportunity in Hyderabad. Actually, it's rare, very rare to get chances like in the airlines. Like Indigo always has, but it gives like 6 months of cooling period if you're not got selected. No matter which round you are in, which round you are got rejected, no matter about it, you should survive 6 months cooling period. So it's very rare for the Hyderabad people to give interview. Like Air India SATs, the one which always hires every month. But comparing to other Akasa or SpiceJet or India Express, these kind of airlines are very rare, rarest of the rare. Like 4 months, once in a 4 months, once in a 6 months, once in a 7 months. This kind of, after 6 months they'll take the interviews. And so if you got opportunity to give the interview, give. If you selected, if you are interested, go for the airline. Go for the further process. If you are not interested, go for the another interview. This what the thing I am going to say. So those who wanted to work in an airline, those who really wanted to keep my thing aside, those who really wanted to work, just go for the interviews, and best of luck to all the guys who really wanted to work in airlines. Okay, please do subscribe and watch my videos. You will get a lot of informative videos from my channel, and do please subscribe for it. Thank you. Bye.